30, Harrison. As the 2020 regular season comes to a close, the TMP-Marian Monarch football team looks to continue leaving their mark on the school record books as they look to lock up a district championship on the road tonight in Lakin. Hello, everybody, and welcome into Lakin. I'm Jonathan Seigert, along with our studio producer and engineer Rachel Fox of the KHAZ studios, and our Hayes Post producer and engineer Harrison Brent. 2 weeks ago, the Monarchs secured their first playoff appearance since 2002, and then last week matched their best start since 1989, and now they can clinch their first district title since 2002, and maybe with a little help from friends, they can lock up a league title tonight, something they haven't done since 1988. Tonight is all about taking care of business at hand, though, as they look to take on the Bronx from Lakin, and everything else will work itself out. Last week, the Monarchs rallied from down 12-3 in the second half to upend Cimarron 16-12. Sophomore quarterback Cade Harris threw a pair of second-half touchdowns to wide receiver Jace Welling, and the defense limited Cimarron to their second worst scoring game of the season as the Monarchs improved to 6-1 and 4-0 in the district. That 6-1 record matches their best start since 1989, and it's also their first six-game win streak since 2002. Standing their way tonight are the Lakin Bronx. It's the first time ever these two teams will have played on the gridiron. Lakin also has a lot to play for tonight as they go in search of their first round home game tonight with a victory and even possibly a district championship if they get a little help from friends. They have won 3 of their last 4 and come into tonight's matchup at 4-3 and 3-1 in the district. It's the Monarchs and the Lakin Bronx on our Week 8 regular season finale here on 99.5 KHAZ and the Monarch Sports Network. We're going to take a quick time out on our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show, and when we come back, we'll get a chance to take a deeper look at these Bronx on our opponent breakdown. It is brought to you by Herman Physical Therapy on the Monarch Sports Network.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
Welcome back to Lakin, where the TMP-Marian Monarchs square off against the Lakin Bronx in the final district matchup of the season. Our pregame show is brought to you by Hertz Rent-A-Car, serving you from 609 East 8th Street with clean, high-quality vehicles with many options. If you need more room for a family vacation or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for your next business trip, call 785-623-4116 for your reservation. It's time for us now to take a look at the Bronx on our opponent breakdown, brought to you by Eagle Radio's digital marketing. Lakin enters the night at 4-3. They're 3-1 into a district number 7. They're also 3-0 in the High Plains League. Last week, the Bronx took down the Syracuse Bulldogs 22-16. They were shorthanded, playing without their starting quarterback and starting center, and both will be unavailable this evening. Lakin opened the season with an easy win over Elkhart, but then suffered back-to-back losses to Stratford, Texas, and the Goodland Cowboys. Since then, they've won 3 of their last 4 and collected wins wins over Ellis, Southwestern Heights, and Syracuse. That lone district loss was a 45-12 loss 2 weeks ago to the Blue Jays from Cimarron. Bronx and their 6-year head coach Chris Bamberger have won 8 games each of the last 2 seasons, only to suffer second-round playoff losses to the Hoisington Cardinals. And in fact, Hoisington has eliminated the Bronx from the playoffs in 3 of their last 4 seasons. Despite losing a good senior class from a year ago, they haven't taken a huge step back, especially on offense, as they are averaging just over 27 points per contest, averaged 30 points last year, and in fact have done that 3 of the last 4 years. They are led on the ground by the junior running back of Alan Martinez. He rushed for just over 500 yards so far on the season, and that's thanks in large part to a career-high 212 yards and 2 touchdowns a week ago. Junior quarterback Servando Gonzalez did not play last week, but has accounted for 748 total yards and 10 touchdowns this season, and he is no-go here again tonight. A season ago, they hung their hat on defense, allowing the 6th fewest points in all of 2A and 15 points per contest, and they gave up just over 230 yards to total offense and allowed just 300 yards or more one time, and that was in that playoff loss to the Hoisington Cardinals. This year, Broncos giving up 24 points per contest and 253 total yards. They've already allowed 5 100-yard rushers, including 2 last week to Syracuse. They gave up just 2 100-yard rushers last year, and you guessed it, both coming in the Hoisington loss. Tonight marks the first ever meeting on the gridiron between the Monarchs and the Bronx. And that's been a look at the Lakin Bronx as part of our opponent breakdown, brought to you by Eagle Radio's digital marketing. Is your business ready to advertise on Facebook, Google, or any other popular places online, but you just don't know where to start? So give Eagle Radio a call at 301-2211. We'll step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we'll get a chance to take a look around the Mid-Continent League on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Shelter Insurance, Dustin Shoemaker. Compare your coverage today at CompareMyCoverage.com. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on DiscountSiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title, take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
Welcome back into Lakin, where the TMP-Marian Monarchs take on the Lakin Bronx for the first time ever in this key district number 8, or district number 7, week 8 showdown here in Class 2A. It's time for us now to take a look around the Mid-Continent League. Our look around the MCLs brought to you by HaysPost.com. You can always find stories, highlights, coaches' comments, and scores from around the area, including of the TMP Monarchs and the Hays High Indians at HaysPost.com. Plus, don't forget to check out our scoreboard on the Hays Post following tonight's contest. The race for the Mid-Continent League, by the way, it comes down to tonight. The Norton Blue Jays and the Phillipsburg Panthers have the key game here in the MCL this week. That's also a key district matchup. Norton holds their own fate in their own hands. They're perfect 3-0 in the Mid-Continent League, and a win tonight would clinch Norton's first MCL title since 2015, but it would be their first since 2010, or their fifth since 2010. Meanwhile, a loss to the Panthers, and we'll have a 3-way tie for the MCL crown with Smith Center and TMP, as well as Norton, all at 3-1. As Norton, or as rather Smith Center and TMP, obviously done with Mid-Continent League play. Smith Center trying to claim back-to-back Mid-Continent League titles, while the TMP-Marian Monarchs haven't won a league title since 1988. They finished a perfect 5-0 as a member of the Mid-State Activities Association. Blue Jays come in at 3-3. They are 0-3 in in district play. They're still trying to stay alive in their district in Class 2A and trying to stay alive in the district playoff race as well. Phillipsburg, meanwhile, at 4-3 on the season, winning 4 of their last 5. And in fact, they're currently in second place in that district race in Class 2A. They are 3-1. Of course, they're just 1-2 in the MCL, trying to get back to 500. So obviously, Smith Center and TMP fans rooting for the Phillipsburg Panthers tonight to upend the Norton Blue Jays. Elsewhere around the Mid-Continent League tonight, the Smith Center Redmen, who are 6-1 and 5-0 in their 1A district number 3, are on the road to take on Inman tonight in a district title deciding matchup. Both the Redmen and the Teutons are 6-1 and unbeaten in district play. Oakley is in the same district, of course, with Smith Center. They've already locked up the 3rd spot in that 1A district number 3. They're 5-2 overall, finished 4-2 in the district. They've got a non-league and non-district game tonight with the Sublette Larks. Larks have been hit hard this year. They've had 3 games canceled so far on the season. They're just 1-3. Ellis also making the trip south tonight. They've got a matchup with the Cimarron Blue Jays. Railroaders have won 2 straight and are 3-4 and 2-2 in the district. Ellis, of course, a member of the same district as TMP, and they've already secured a playoff spot in this district number 7, but they could improve their seeding with a win tonight. TMP, of course, rooting for their Cross County rival to do that tonight because a win by Ellis over Cimarron, and TMP at least gets a top 2 spot in this district and guaranteed a home game next week. Meanwhile, Cimarron is at 4-3 and 3-1 in the district following that loss a week ago to TMP. Other district number 7 game tonight has Syracuse at Southwestern Heights. Both these teams were eliminated a week ago from playoff contention and will play a week 9 game next week that will wrap up their season. Real quickly, the Plainville Cardinals close out their regular season tonight. They've got a must-win against the Sacred Heart Knights. Plainville is 3-4 and 2-3 in the district, while Sacred Heart is 2-5 overall, 1-5 in the district. And in Class 3A, the Russell Broncos still looking for their first win of the season. They are taking on the Vikings from Smoky Valley. Russell 0-7, the Vikings 2-5. Quickly in the 8-man MCL race, Atwood is at Hoxie tonight. Hoxie can claim a district championship with that victory. Hoxie also could trying to lock up a district, or rather a league title. Meanwhile, Hill City is at Oberlin tonight, and they are with an Atwood loss to to Hoxie. Hill City would be the 2nd seed if they get a win tonight over Oberlin, and they would get a first-round home game there in the 8-man division. And elsewhere tonight, Stockton is at Trigo. Stockton still winless on the season. Trigo still looking for their first district win. That, of course, one of our 2 special area game of the week matchups tonight. In Class 2A here in this district number 7 playoffs, quickly, it's pretty easy. If TMP clinches or wins tonight, they clinch the district title. Ellis, a win over Cimarron means that TMP would finish at least in the top 2 with Lakin no matter what happens tonight. And in fact, TMP nearly was able to secure it a week ago, but Lakin had just enough points to make it mean the TMP can't lose by 21 points or more tonight. If Lakin does beat TMP and Cimarron beats Ellison, we've got a 3-way tie atop the district, and then it comes down to points. And again, TMP can't lose by 21 or they'll have to go on the road next week. A win by Ellis, like I mentioned, a win by TMP means that Ellis would be the 3 seed. TMP would be the district champion. That's been a look around the Mid-Continent League. It is brought to you by HaysPost.com. We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll get a chance to hear from Coach Jay Harris as he joins us next on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
This is the Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame.
Adams, Brown, Barron & Ball, your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car, bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for. Eagle Communications, our community connected. Shelter Insurance, Dustin Shoemaker. Compare your coverage today at CompareMyCoverage.com. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
This is the Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show.
Let's get the thoughts of the coach. This chat with the coach is brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker in the Northridge Plaza and online at comparebycoverage.com.
Back into Lakin on our pregame show as we get a chance to chat with Coach Jay Harris. His thoughts brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker. Coach, you get a very good win over Cimarron, which you had to rally from down 12-3. Talk a little bit about what you took away from that matchup.
Oh, the big thing taken away was, guys just not giving up and their desire to battle and, come back and get that win just shows the desire that these guys have to be, that they want to be competitive and win ball games. Good defensive effort. You knew it would be, and just a couple of big plays for both teams kind of made the difference. And that was, we held Cimarron to a lot less yardage than they're used to, and except for a couple big plays, which accounted for over half their yardage. And, that came down to those big plays and then a big play on defense for us, get the ball back and able to score. So, it was a game of big plays, but also a battle of grinding it out. And run defense against their team, which could run the football pretty well, really stepped up. Yeah, the run defense was incredible. They tried to run the ball continuously, didn't have much success with it, got outside of us a couple times is where they got some good yards there. But, no, our run defense was excellent. And to overcome 3 turnovers, the first time that you guys have done that this year, to turn it over 3 times but still find a way to overcome that was huge. Yeah, and we've had some turnovers in the past, but, usually 1 a game, not 3 in a game. And to come back from those turnovers, that was big. And usually it's kind of the other way where you guys are being opportunistic. But again, that huge interception in the fourth quarter was the big difference. Yeah, we gave some away. And, usually we're the ones getting those turnovers. And then, the interception there at the end, that was very big. Going forward, how big is it to continue to see your group get pressure on the quarterback? I know their quarterback is a unique guy because he could throw from all different angles and was kind of rolling out all over the place. But you guys still find a way to get pressure, especially down the stretch. Well, and that's what we've been telling him all week, going into that game was he doesn't throw as well on the run. If we can make him be moving around, take away a little bit of his accuracy, and that paid off. Talk a little bit about what you expect to see from Lakin. I know this is a run-heavy team. They dealt with not having their quarterback last week, so I think some question marks there too. Yeah, we're not for sure who we're going to see at quarterback with the COVID quarantines. That's why he missed last week's game, and we don't know for sure, if he'll be back this week. And it was a close contact situation for him, and and that's you feel sorry for teams that you get everything planned out and then you lose somebody right at the last second, and then it kind of makes it hard for us to plan on which quarterback we're going to see. But we're prepared for either one. Again, another long trip. You guys handled it well to Southwestern Heights last time out. Yeah, and that's the guys that really didn't seem to bother them very much. And we'll, you break things up on the trip a little bit and get them off the bus for a little bit and get back on and then finish the trip out. Try to clinch a district title for the first time since the early 2000s. What would it mean to the program? Oh, it would be amazing to get that district title and just the continued excitement among the team, among the school in general, just that possibility being out there, it's really nice. Finally, what do you got to do to get victory? Just play good, solid football, do everything that we're supposed to do our right reads and take care of the ball and just do what we're supposed to do. And for the most part, every game this year we've been able to do that, and it just needs to continue tonight. All right, good luck. We'll chat with you afterwards. Thanks, Jonathan. More after this here on the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Adams, Brown, Barrett, and Ball, your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car, bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for. Eagle Communications, our community connected. Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Lawn, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas Moore Prep.
Our Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy. They will get you back in the game fast after injury, offering dry needling and deep tissue laser therapy to speed up the healing process, free consultation, and same physical therapist every visit. Herman Physical Therapy, they love helping people. Don't forget to check them out on Facebook. Week number 8 of the regular season features a matchup between the TMP-Marian Monarchs and the Lakin Bronx. It's the first ever time that these two have met on the gridiron. The Monarchs face a new opponent for the second time this year as districts, as they've never played Southwestern Heights before a couple of weeks ago on the gridiron, and now tonight they get the Lakin Bronx for the first ever time in a program history. It's time for it now. Our keys to the game. Our keys to the game between the Lakin Bronx and the TMP-Marian Monarchs. And again, it's been all about turnovers for both of these teams, in fact. But you look at what TMP was able to do outside of last week, in which they turned it over 3 times. The Monarchs had been able to force more turnovers than they had given up in each of the 6 prior games last week, which they turned it over 3 times and a couple of fumbles and an interception, but still were able to find a way to overcome that. And even then, it came down to an interception at the end for the TMP defense, in which Kate Harris got that deflection on the interception, returned it inside the Cimarron red zone, and the Monarchs would eventually take advantage on the touchdown pass that would give them the go-ahead score and the eventual victory. So it's all about turnovers for both these programs. TMP comes into the contest tonight forcing a turnover in all 7 games. They've had at least 1 interception in 4 of the last 5 games. And in fact, of course, you go back just a few weeks, they had scored defensive touchdowns on interceptions in 3 straight weeks, but haven't done that in a handful of weeks. Still, for TMP, the district, or the turnover margin is +5. They have forced 12 turnovers on the season, but that rough turnover, or that rough stretch a week ago really kind of hurt the Monarchs a little bit, as they ended up turning it over 3 times in that contest, and have turned it over 7 total times on the season. So their turnover margin does fall just a little bit on the season, but still at +5 on the season. Monarchs feel pretty comfortable about the turnover margin. Look at what the Lakin Broncos have, or the Bronx rather, have done this year. They are currently even in the turnover margin. They've turned it over 15 times and they forced 15 turnovers. Take a look at what they did a year ago on offense. They really didn't turn the football over a whole lot, and had a nice comfortable cushion in the turnover margin, but unfortunately already 15 turnovers for them this year. Now they have forced 15 turnovers, so that's something to keep an eye on, as they have had 10 forced fumbles. Also, you look at this Cimarron team, or rather you look at this Bronx team after what the Monarchs were able to do against Cimarron, in which they really played well defensively. It'll be interesting to see how this this Bronx team rather matches up against TMP's defense. Lakin, really a run-heavy team, of course, without their quarterback Servando Gonzalez. They are really focused on the run with Hunter Davis, who's moved from fullback to the starting quarterback position, and then Alan Martinez, the junior, a week ago rushing for a career-high 212 yards on the ground. So you know they want to pound the football, and in fact, Davis had -3 yards passing this this past week in a matchup against Syracuse. So you know that they really are focused on running the football. The throwing's not necessarily something that they have really had a lot of success doing. For TMP, that has been a recipe for a little bit of an issue up until last week, in which they shut down a very good Cimarron team. In fact, for TMP, they held Cimarron to the third fewest total yards they put up all year, and the second fewest points they put up. So defense will, of course, be a factor in this one. And then, of course, for TMP, we have seen the last couple of weeks Jace Whitley come to life through the air. He had 95 yards through the air 2 weeks ago, and then you look at the 2 touchdowns receiving this past week and 89 yards through the air. He has really been a difference, and he has been a headache for the defensive secondaries here in this district show. So we could see another big game for him this season. That's been a look at our keys to the game as the Lakin Broncs make their way to the field. TMP already on the field here as we count down to a kickoff. Still a few minutes away here before the Monarchs and the Broncs kick off here from Lakin. We just heard from Coach Coach Jay Harris on our Dustin Shoemaker coach's interview. Is Dustin Shoemaker always bringing you our chat with the coach, helping you get the right coverage at the right price, all while providing the quality of the service you expect. Call Dustin Shoemaker at Shelter Insurance. We'll come back here in just a minute on our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show, get you a look at the starting lineups. We'll also have the national anthem coming down the pipe here in just a little bit. It's a Week 8 district matchup. It's the final regular season game for both the Broncs and the Monarchs here on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Adams, Brown, Barron & Ball, your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car, bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for. Eagle Communications, our community connected. Shelter Insurance, Dustin Shoemaker. Compare your coverage today at CompareMyCoverage.com. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on DiscountSiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title, take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
Pre-game show brought to you by Hertz Rent-A-Car. We welcome you back into Lakin. Jonathan Swigert with you, along with our producer and engineer on KHAZ Rachel Fox and our Hayes Post producer and engineer Harrison Brent here at Lakin, as we welcome you in on a beautiful fall night for high school football. It's a little bit cold, but that's how, when the calendar turns to October, high school football is here in the state of Kansas, as we welcome you back in here for the TMP-Marian Monarchs and the Lakin Broncs. Both teams already qualifying for the playoffs now, just trying to figure out seeding and their matchups for next week. Let's start with the starting lineups for the Lakin Broncs. They've done some shuffling around, but we can tell you that Keanu Esquivel is their starting left tackle. He'll be joined on that left side by Caden Mings. Connor Aller is the starting center. Darian Edgington and Tanner Hannibal will be on the right side. And then their backs and receivers will be Connor Hudson, as well as Tyler Tarpley, the two junior wide receivers. And then they'll run the triple wing, or it's the double wing formation with the fullback. It's what TMP does quite a bit this season as well. They'll start the freshman wingback in Dylan Gugelmeyer. He's only carried it 4 times on the season. Other running backs will be Alan Martinez. We talked a little bit about him, the pregame show, and Cade Lovelady. Hunter Davis is the starting quarterback. The 160-pound senior moves from the fullback position to quarterback for a second week in a row. So that's a look at the Lakin starting lineups. We'll take our final time out. Back with kickoff in 1 minute on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's
And we are ready to go here from Lakin as we welcome you inside Lakin for this district matchup, as the Monarchs will open the football game with a chance to return this kick. Lakin will kick it from our right to our left. They onside kick a lot, and here's a line drive that'll be fielded right around the 35, inside the 34 by Bryce Seib, as he'll take it to the right side and be tripped off after a short return up to the 38-yard line, and that's where the TMP-Marian Monarchs will start this football game, as the onside kick attempt from the Lakin Broncos ends up with good field position for the TMP-Marian Monarchs. Of course, the Monarchs up front with Garrett Pfeiffer, Jacob Sack, Michael Hale, Colton Higgins, and Matt Hess. That's starting at front line for TMP. The three backs in the backfield, along with the quarterback, Cade Harris, and the wide receiver split to that right side. As Harris will work underneath center, he sends Lang in motion. It's Lance. He'll get the call on the right side, and Lance with a good carry as he'll get it across the 40 and be tripped up as he picks up a nice gain as he'll get to the 43-yard line. So he gets 5 on the very first play of the ball game, as Lance Lang a week ago had a really nice game again, had 41 yards on the ground. They've started to really trust him, double-digit carries in each of the last 3 games for the junior tailback at Lance Lang, as he sets TMP up with a second down and about 7. He'll go in motion again. Harris will hand it off to Seib. Bryce, the fullback on the fullback trap, is hit and stood up. Good job by Lakin up front that time. There's not a lot of running room for the junior fullback, maybe a couple of yards as he gets just to the 44-yard line. So Seib will pick up a yard on the play. As coming up to make the play, Alan Martinez on the tackle. TMP facing their first third down of the contest, as it will be from just outside the Lakin 45-yard line. They'll send a wide receiver to the left side is Whitling here on 3rd down and 5. Jace Lang will go in motion, and Harris bobbled the snap and fumbled it, and Lakin's going to come away with it. The Lovelady came away with the fumbled snap, and the Monarchs turn it over on their very first possession of this contest, and so that's going to be great field position in TMP territory on a fumbled snap. We talked about it, how the Monarchs turned it over a season high 3 times a week ago, and they turned it over on the bobbled snap here with 10:44 to go in this opening quarter. So great field position for the Lakin Broncs as they'll come out and start at the TMP 42-yard line. Broncs in those all purple uniforms, the black numbers trimmed in gold, and TMP's offside on the very first play on defense. So not a great start here for the Monarchs as they give them free 5 yards on the first penalty of the contest, and plus they give them the football. So Lakin Broncs already to the TMP 37-yard line, and they haven't ran a play on offense. TMP with Higgins and Walker up front, along with Michael Hale. The linebackers are Hess, Seib, Jace Lang, and Kenton Ginther. The defensive backs are Schwartz, Lance Lang, Harris, and Whitling. Here's a first down play. Handoff off to that right side. It'll be a first down gainer, awful close. Say about a yard short by Alan Martinez as Jace Lang makes the tackle off of that right side. And so a gain of 4 on first down for Alan Martinez. You expect to see a lot of him after he had 212 yards rushing a week ago on a season high and a career high 22 carries. Expect to see a lot of him on the ground here in this one as they'll face a second down and 1 just outside the TMP 33-yard line. Motion man, they'll hand it to the fullback once again, and here's a big run to the right side as Martinez will break to the right side, try to cut back, and Jace Lang will save a touchdown down to the 5-yard line. It's a first down gain on a gain of 30 for Alan Martinez, and a first down here for the Lakin Broncs. Broncs coming out and really playing well here early. TMP has been flat, mistake prone, and Lakin has not let TMP catch their breath. Monarchs give a fumble on third down on the exchange, get a penalty Lakin runs it a couple of times, and now they've got it down to the TMP 5 on a first down and goal from the 5. They'll send a couple of wide receivers short here on first down. Davis, the center, or underneath center rather, will hand it for Martinez, and he'll leap into the end zone. And just like that, the Lakin Broncs waste no time driving down the field and taking advantage of the TMP turnover. They used just the 4 plays to get down to the end zone and score on the Bronc touchdown. Alan Martinez scores from 5 yards out, and that's a great start for the Lakin Broncs as they lead TMP 6-0 here in this opening quarter. Said Monarchs didn't even have a chance after that fumble to really find a way to regroup, and they are already with their backs against the wall here, down 6-0 after 1 Lakin possession. Lakin on the 2-point conversion. We'll send 2 wide receivers to the left. TMP shows blitz. It'll be a handoff left side, and Lakin is in for the 2-point conversion. So they waste no time putting up a touchdown and 2 points on the Alan Martinez 2-point conversion. He also had the 5-yard touchdown, and so that is not a great start for TMP. As Martinez was able to get the 5-yard touchdown with 9:37 to go here in this first quarter. Coaching staff on that far sideline. Coach Jay Harris leading the huddle. That was not a good start for TMP, and try to light a fire under this group after giving up a turnover. Their 4th turnover in 2 weeks. It's not even 1 full quarter of 2 weeks. Alan Martinez gets the touchdown for the Lakin Broncs. Junior, now with his 8th touchdown rushing of the season. 9:37 to go here in this opening quarter. It's already 8-0 Lakin. TMP has ran 3 offensive plays, and the Broncs able to drive right down the field and score. Monarchs in those road white uniforms, dark blue numbers with the Monarchs across the back, the dark blue helmet, the gray face mask, and of course that silver or chrome cross across the side. Lakin, as I mentioned, in their home purple uniforms, as they will line up and just line drive this kick. Cade Harris will field it from the 25 on the near sideline. Harris has got some running room right up the middle. Harris breaks a tackle. He's into the open field. It's a foot race. Nobody will catch him. Cade will take it to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. And for the first time this season, Cade Harris is able to return a kickoff for a touchdown. They had kicked away from him all year long, but he's able to return this one for the touchdown. And Harris puts TMP on the board quickly. That'll make up for a fumbled snap as he'll score the 75-yard kickoff return and put TMP on the scoreboard at 8-6. And now, with 9:26 to go in this opening quarter, after the Harris kickoff return, TMP with a little miscommunication. Not sure if the officials didn't know that TMP kicks the extra points, so we get a football in late, and now Wentling with a high snap. Harris will get it down, and the extra point is twisting to the right side, and it's good. 8-7. In favor of the Lakin Broncs as we get started in a hurry in this one. As the Broncs score on offense, and Cade Harris takes it back for the touchdown as TMP gets on the board on the kickoff return, and it is 8-7 in favor of the Lakin Broncs. Early on here in this first quarter, Harris had that little line drive kick. As I mentioned, teams all season long have really kicked away, and in fact, they didn't try to kick it deep. They like to line drive kick it, as Coach Harris talked about. Monarchs were ready for it. They had moved their hands team up and then also moved Harris into a position where maybe he could return that one. And Cade gets a good return and takes it to the house. It's the first kickoff return or punt return of the season for Harris this season. And now Jace Whitling will kick it from our right to our left. So we, just like the Monarchs, haven't had a chance to catch our breath. We brought you our uniform update. It's brought to you by Phase 2. Whitling will kick from our right to our left. We're underway again on the kickoff from Whitling. It's a line drive kick that will bounce and be picked up at about the 15-yard line. Here's a nice return right back up the middle out to the 30-yard line for Lakin. So they'll get pretty good field position as Hunter Davis was on the return that time. So Lakin will have it for their second time here in the contest at their own 29-yard line. And it comes here with 9:19 to go in this first quarter. 8-7. Lakin with the lead. Lakin will break the huddle with that two-wing set. Set a wide receiver to each side. Davis with the handoff to the fullback, and this time TMP was all over it. Jace Lang in there on the tackle as the fullback, Alan Martinez, loses about a yard on the play. Monarchs do a nice job in the middle there, able to stop Martinez, the fullback. From Business Polos to Team Gear, your first choice should be Phase 2 screen printing and embroidery with no minimum order, plus a quick turnaround time. Phase 2 screen printing and embroidery, just a Vine on 22nd Street next to Big D's Rental in Hayes. 8-7 in favor of the Lakin Bronx. They get a touchdown on their first offensive possession following a TMP turnover. And then the Monarchs return the next kickoff for a touchdown for Harris. Here's another handoff for Martinez as he slips a tackle, slips another tackle, trying to cut back across the grain here to the 40 with a stiff arm. It does get tripped up by Jace Wentling, but now before Martinez picks up 11 yards on the play, he broke a couple of tackles right there on the line of scrimmage. And then a couple downfield as he was able to reverse his field and bring it here to the near side as Martinez picks up 11 on the play. And Jace Wentling comes up to make the tackle from his defensive secondary position. Wentling, Harris, Lang, and Schwartz, the starters in the defensive backfield for TMP after the first down. As the ball will be to the 44 Lakin. Here's a keeper by the quarterback by Hunter Davis, and he's stacked up right into the hands of Michael Hale. Matt Hess in there on the tackle as well. And Davis with his first carry. It's no gain, maybe loses about a half a yard into the backfield, and it sets up second down and a long 10. Martinez a week ago over 200 yards rushing. As I mentioned, Davis, who played much of the year up until last week as the fullback in this double wing formation. It's his first carry, and it's back to the 40-yard line. And it's second down and 10 play. Again, they'll send a motion man this time to the right side. Here's a handout to the fullback, and slipping through another tackle across the 45. Again is Martinez. TMP's had a rough go of it, bringing him down as he'll get just across the 45 to the 46-yard line. And so he picks up 6 on that carry. TMP's Lang makes the tackle. That was Lance Lang, and now it's third down and 5. Big third down play coming up here. Is the Monarch defense trying to get a stop here, down 1 at 8-7. The difference so far is the 2-point conversion for the Bronx. Lakin here on third down and 5 has to get it to the TMP 49-yard line. So the wide receiver split to that left side. Now motion man is Lovelady. He'll go to the left side. It's the option. Handoff Martinez getting close to midfield. Got some help on a late push. He's going to get to the 50-yard line. He's about a yard shy. He needed 5, picks up 4, and they'll go for it here. Just on the Lakin side of the 50-yard line. Already carry number 6 here this first quarter for Martinez. He had 22 carries a week ago. Hudson will be the wide receiver to the near side as Davis will settle in underneath center. TMP showing blitz from side, but it'll be the quarterback keeper right up the middle, and I think forward progress going to be close. TMP says he doesn't get it. He got to midfield, depending on the spot, but I don't think he got there. The official on both sidelines walking right down the middle of the field, and they take a peek. They're not going to get there. TMP brought a blitz from side, but he doesn't get there. It'll be a turnover on downs. Monarchs will get it back. That's Lakin. Turns it over on downs. Monarchs are going to have great field position now with the ball sitting just on the Lakin side of midfield. So right at the 49-yard line. Monarchs and 8-7 in favor of Lakin, but TMP's going to get it back. We'll see spread for the first time. Ball just at midfield. Motion man will be Lance Lang from the left to the right side of the formation, and I think somebody moved. Nope, it'll be a delay game on TMP. Monarchs with their second 5-yard penalty for 10 yards, and it'll move them back to their own 45-yard line. Turn it over on a fumble on their first possession. Got a kickoff return for a touchdown after a touchdown by Lakin. And now with their second offensive possession, it comes with 5:44 to play here in this first quarter, 8-7 in favor of the Bronx. Motion man will be Lance Lang to the right side of the formation. Snap back to the quarterback. Harris will take it. Broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage and will get some of that penalty yardage back as he picks up about 3 to the TMP 48-yard line. First carry of the game for Cade Harris. And gets him to the 48-yard line. Broke a tackle right at that line of scrimmage, was able to pick up a couple of more yards. The Monarchs went to the spread for the first time in the ball game. Now they'll break the huddle with the wide receiver and Schwartz to the right side. Whitling's the tight end to the left. And this double wing formation again. Seib is the fullback. Lakin showing blitz, and Schwartz moved. A third TMP penalty. It'll be a false start on TMP's Andrew Schwartz. Lakin was showing blitz. That'll move TMP back to their own 43-yard line. Monarchs have not done a lot right here in this early going. Outside of a kickoff return for a touchdown, they also get a stand on 4th down at midfield. They have went backwards on offense, already have one fumble on the exchange. Here's a first, second down and long. Harris looking to throw. He'll throw it out to the left side, and it's too wide, intended for Jace Whitling. Jace had 2 guys bracketed around him. As 11 on 11 there is the Connor Hudson wearing number 11 for Lakin, was guarding Jace Whitling wearing number 11 for TMP. They also had a man underneath on coverage in Maddox Beltran. Here's a 3rd down for TMP from their own 43-yard line. Monarchs have to get it to the Lakin 39-yard line for a first down. They'll go to the double wing formation. Here's another pass for TMP. It's a pump and go right side. Going to air it down the field, and going up and making the catch on the right side is Mark Rack, who will haul it in. Rack with another catch down to the 22-yard line. It's a TMP first down as Mark Rack will come away with the pass completion and set TMP up with great field position. Rack hauls it down to the Cimarron, or rather to the Lakin 22-yard line. It's a gain of 37 on the play. First pass completion to the contest as they go to Mark Rack for the big play. First down TMP as the Monarchs for the first time in the ballgame get a first down. Rack had a catch for 8 yards last week against Cimarron. Here's pressure coming from the Bronx, but Harris will keep it on the option to the right side, and Cade will get a nice gain as he will get inside the Lakin 20-yard line. I'll spot him right near the 20-yard line. Harris on his second carry of the contest will pick up 7. Try to run that option to the right side. We'll get a Hays Kalon scoreboard update in just a minute. Checking in on Ellis and Cimarron. TMP with a wide receiver split to each side. I formation as Lakin again shows blitz. It's the option left side late pitch. Here's a handoff, or rather a late pitch and a stiff arm from Lang as Lance trying to get a couple of extra inches, and he gets near the sideline to the 18-yard line. He's actually going to pick up a yard. That looked like it could have been a disaster as he had guys in his face here on that pitch to the near sideline, but he's able to pick up a yard on the option to the left side. It's the second carry of the contest now for 7 yards for Lang as they give him 2. Cimarron gets a field goal in that first quarter to lead Ellis 3-0. They've got about 3 minutes, actually under 3 minutes left in that first quarter. TMP on a big 3rd down play here. Harris looking to draw back to pass. Again, it's the pump and go. They'll throw the slant left side, and the catch is made for a TMP touchdown for Andrew Schwartz. As Schwartz will haul in the touchdown. It's his second career touchdown and his first of the season as TMP takes the lead at 13-8 on the touchdown pass from Cade Harris to Andrew Schwartz, who will haul it in for the first time. This one from 18 yards out, and TMP adds a touchdown, this time on offense. And they take the lead for the first time with 3:47 to play in this first quarter. And they now lead 13-8. Here's a bad snap. Harris will pick it up and take it off and run. Now he's looking to pass to the right side. He'll throw it late, and it's incomplete. That snap was at the feet. In fact, didn't even get to Harris. He had to pick up and try and make something out of it, but it's an incomplete pass. But TMP will take the lead at 13-8. And it comes here with 3:47 to play in this first quarter, as Cade Harris is able to find Andrew Schwartz for the touchdown. As I mentioned, that's the first receiving touchdown of the season for Andrew Schwartz, his second of his career. And that is a big one for TMP as they're able to retake the lead, and it comes on third down. Scoreboard update all game long brought to you by Hayes Kalon. The green grass you want in the spring starts with spring in the fall by Hayes Kalon. You can call Kirk Maska at 623-0674. Kurt Viner at 623-8427. TMP gets back on top on the touchdown pass to Andrew Schwartz. And the Monarchs on top now 13-8 with 3:47 to play here in this opening quarter. Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by Next Tech, Midwest Synergy, Gibbs Auto Supply, and Steel Fabrications. Hunter Davis ready to return this kick. He's joined by Connor Hudson for the Lakin Bronx. Jason Wentling ready to kick it off for TMP after they get that touchdown. It's their first offensive touchdown of the contest. And the Monarchs are back on top. Here's a line drive kick, a deep kick that will bounce near the goal line as Hunter Davis let it go into the end zone, and it will be a touchback for Jace Wentling. Wentling on the season now with 12 touchbacks. And the Bronx will come out to their own 20-yard line. They turn it over on downs at midfield. In their previous possession after driving down the field and scoring on the touchdown drive. TMP on top here, 13-8, 3:47 to play in this first quarter. Cimarron will send one wide receiver to the right side and the two-back formation. It will be a running back going to the right side. They hand it off underneath to the fullback, Martinez. And on first down, Alan Martinez gets a nice gain as he's brought down by Lang for TMP. Also Matt Hess on the tackle as well, as he picks up 8 on the play. It's already the 7th carry of the contest for Martinez. Of course, he has that 5-yard touchdown. That's 75 yards already on 7 carries here in the early going. Second down and short 2 after the good gain on first down. This time they'll run the fullback dive to the left side for Martinez. He'll be stacked up at the 30 and then push back, but not before he'll get enough for the first down as they'll move the chains. Blocking up front by Dawson Aller leading the way. It's just enough for a first down for Martinez as he'll pick up a couple and move the chains. Martinez came in with 500 career rushing yards, 212 of them a week ago. Here on a first down play, so get it to their own 30-yard line. They'll run the pitch to the left side. It's Cade Lovelady who makes a man miss in the backfield. He's got a nice gain across the 35, spot him to about the 36-yard line. Cade Harrison on that tackle, Matt Hess, and Andrew Schwartz over there as well. So it's a pitch off to the left side, running a wide sweep for Lovelady. So they get it to the 36-yard line. And on first down, they pick up 5 yards on the first carry of the ball game for Cade Lovelady. Lovelady, the senior, carried it 8 times a week ago. He went over 100 yards rushing against Syracuse. Now they'll send a motion man to the right side. It's another handoff underneath for Alan Martinez. Martinez breaks the tackle and we'll get to the 46-yard line. It's another first down as they'll move the chains. He picks up 10 yards, and just like that, they move the chains again. It's pretty much just a fullback draw, or rather a fullback dive, running off of that right side and then get to the 46-yard line. Martinez will get a lot of action tonight if TMP can't find a way to stop him up front. First quarter winding down quickly with 1.5 minutes to go. TMP leads thanks to that touchdown pass to Andrew Schwartz a moment ago at 13-8. But again, Lakin driving. They have a touchdown drive, a turnover on downs, and now driving on their third first quarter possession. Ball just on the TMP side of the Lakin 46-yard or 45-yard line. Handoff. Actually, it'll be a pitch left side, and Lovelady's going to be hit in the backfield and dropped. TMP read that well as they forced Lovelady to stretch it to the left side of the formation. And Matt Hess again in on the tackle. Michael Hale helping as well as TMP will stop him for a loss of 1.5 yards, close to 2 yards, trying to run it outside. So they haven't really found a lot of running room side to side, but Martinez running the dive right up the middle in between the center and the guard has had all sorts of running room against this TMP three-man front. 34 seconds to play in this opening quarter. Monarchs with the lead, but Lakin again driving. They face a second down and long 11 here. It's the option as the quarterback Davis kept it to that right side. He had to pull it back from his fullback and will be brought down on the play by Whitling, but that's not good. Hunter Davis is injured on the play, so he got to the 48-yard line. As Davis trying to run off of that right side. Running that option, pulled it back, and then went right up inside. Whitling was the one that made the tackle. Davis picks up 4 on the play on just his second carry here of this first quarter. The medical crew quickly come to the aid of the backup quarterback in Davis. Again, he started every game up until last week at the fullback position with no Servando Gonzalez. Davis has moved to that center, or rather that quarterback position. Maddox Beltran, the freshman, was getting snaps here to the near side. Davis hasn't been able to put a lot of weight as he needs help coming to the near sideline. Could be a huge loss for the Lakin Bronx, already dealing with missing 2 guys for a second week in a row. 2 starters, one on the offensive line, the other quarterback. And now Davis banged up as he comes to the near sideline. He was able to get to the 49-yard line with 13 seconds to play here in this first quarter. TMP leading 13-8 on the Andrew Schwartz touchdown reception. Officials will start the clock, and I think if you're Lakin, you may just let that clock wind down and go to the second quarter. TMP leads 13-8 after 1 quarter of play. We'll take the timeout. We're back in 1 minute on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Shelter Insurance, Dustin Shoemaker. Compare your coverage today at CompareMyCoverage.com. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
After one quarter of play, TMP leads 13-8. As we welcome you back into Lakin. Lakin's going to face a third down play. We do owe you a station break. We'll try and fit that in here in just a moment. They got out of the huddle quickly here to start out this second quarter. So we'll owe you that station break. We'll get it here in just a moment. Lakin's facing a third down here, but more than likely they'll go for it on fourth down as well if they don't get it. It'll be Maddox Beltran to pass it. It's dropped by Schwartz. That was a sure interception. Beltran coming back to the left side, and it was right into the hands of the sure-handed Andrew Schwartz, who just had the touchdown, and he drops an interception, and now it is a fourth down. That is the freshman Beltran's first pass of the contest, and it's incomplete. And a break there for the Bronx. TMP had a perfect opportunity and interception, but Schwartz could not haul it in. He just had the touchdown to put TMP on top, and he drops that interception. We'll see if Lakin does decide to punt this football away on fourth down, and they will. It's a kick that'll roll out of bounds at the TMP. Took a nice Lakin roll down to the TMP 28-yard line. TMP will have it at their own 28-yard line. Shavira, the sophomore punter, has a roll inside the TMP 30, so it works out. It wasn't a great-looking kick, but it works out as TMP will be at their own 28-yard line, leading 13-8. On the touchdown pass from Harris to Schwartz with 11:46 to play here in this opening half now of football. TMP will send a wide receiver to each side. Motion man is Bryce Sabat. It'll be the quarterback sweep to the left side. Harris is going to get stretched to that left side and has nowhere to go. Good job by Lakin that time. They forced Harris to just stretch it to the sideline, and Aller and Martinez make the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Harris tried that little quarterback sweep, and much like what TMP has been able to do against Lakin, trying to just force him to the sideline and track him down. No gain that time for Harris on the quarterback sweep. He has 7 yards on 3 carries. Of course, does have that 75-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Monarchs will go back to the spread formation. 2 wide receivers to each side here on a second down and 10. As here's a little quick pitch to the right side. It's Lance Lang. Got a couple of blocks out in front. As Lang with a flag on the play is going to get just shy of the 35-yard line, but this is going to be coming back. I think they're going to get Andrew Schwartz for the hold. It was a pretty good block, but then when the defender turned his back, the official called the hold. Got another banged up Bronc here on the near sideline for Lang. That will negate a pretty decent run on second down. It'll force the Monarchs back to the 21-yard line. Really goes down of a gain of just a couple for Lang. Here's a big second down and 18 play. Motion man again will be Lang. They'll pitch it to him to the right side as Lance has got a block here to the near side across the 25 and then gets ran out of bounds and knocked down on the near sideline. Pretty good gain. As Esquivel will make the tackle. They spot him out of bounds. Shy of the 28-yard line, so Lang will pick up 7. He has 16 yards on 4 carries, but still, after that holding penalty, TMP's backed up. A third down and 11 play. Monarchs have a touchdown on third down. So ball on the TMP side of the 28-yard line. So go to the double wing formation. Lakin showing blitz. Harris will take the deep drop. Look to the right, come back to the left. It's Andrew Schwartz again at midfield. Schwartz into the open field. It's a foot race. He's into Lakin territory, angling to that sideline to the 20. Now we'll cut back, make a man miss it. He's going to take it into the end zone. For the second time in this first half on third down, it'll be Schwartz from Harris for 70 yards. And the Monarchs add another touchdown through the air. Schwartz on that little crossing pattern was able to come free at midfield and haul it in and make a man miss downfield and take it in for the touchdown. So Andrew Schwartz with his second and third career touchdown receptions And the Monarchs now go on top with 10:30 to go here in this first half at 19-8, as Whitling will be on to attempt the extra points after the bad snap last time. This is a much better snap. Back to Harris. The hold is good, and the kick is good as Whitling is 2 for 2 on extra points, and TMP adds another one. They lead 20-8. Comes with 10:30 to play here in this second quarter as Harris finds Andrew Schwartz for the touchdown. Officially a 71-yard pitch and catch. Coming into the ball game, Cade Harris ranked 7th in Class 2A in passing yards. He had 871 on the season. Already has touchdown passes of 18 and of 71. To give him 2 more touchdown passes on the season. He now has 12 on the year and 18 for his career. So Monarchs able to capitalize on another third down touchdown and take a 19-8 lead, or rather now 20-8 lead with 10:30 to play here in this first half. Andrew Schwartz came in with just 3 receptions all season long for 15 yards. He already has 2 catches in tonight's contest for 89 yards and a pair of touchdowns. That makes up for dropping that sure-handed interception as he's able to score twice, and that was a great play as he made the reception at midfield and then just outran the man and then got around the 20-yard line, and he cut back across the grade and the defender fell down. Scoreboard update, 10-0 now. Cimarron leads Ellis. We're trying to keep an eye on that score for you. Of course, the Railers already secured a playoff spot, but with 7:27 to go in that first half, Cimarron leads Ellis 10-0. And Whitling with another kick that'll go into the end zone for a second straight touchback. And Lakin will come back out to their own 20-yard line with 10:30 to play here in this first half. They took advantage of the TMP turnover on the third play of the contest and would march right down the field and score the touchdown on the Martinez run. Since then, they've turned it over on downs at midfield and punted the football the last time. This will be their 4th offensive possession of the contest. Hunter Davis back in at quarterback for the Bronx. They'll send a wide receiver to the right side. Motion man is Gugelmeyer, and they'll hand it again to Martinez, and he gets stacked up nicely after a pretty good game, though. So he's ankle tackled. Colton Hagen's got him around the ankles. Jace Lang helped out of there as well, and Martinez picks up about 3 yards. He's already got 10 carries for 90 yards here in the first half. And now a second down at 7 play. TMP, a couple of touchdown passes and a kickoff return for a touchdown on top 20-8 here in this first half. Monarchs trying to secure a district title, maybe a league title as well if they get some help from the Phillipsburg Panthers. Monarchs showing blitz, motion man, and it'll be a run off to that right side. Not a lot of running room, and being stacked up on that far sideline is the quarterback Davis. Matt Hefts hit him after he picked up about 3 on that far sideline. Cade Harris in and Michael Hale in on the tackle. Quarterback Davis picks up 3 on his 3rd carry. Monarchs forcing a 3rd down now at about 3 for the Lakin Bronx. Beltran will be a wide receiver here to the near side. Davis will send a man in motion, and they will fumble the football on the backfield, but luckily the quarterback Davis jumps back on it at the 24.5 yard line, so they give 2 yards back. And now it's 4th down at 6. Lakin was just able to jump on that. Some miscommunication in the ball handling. So Mitch and Hunter Davis The quarterback dealing with getting banged up a little bit ago, and then also, of course, just his second game at quarterback. So ball handling a little bit of an issue. Here's a third down. Actually make it a fourth down, a long play. All sorts of movement all over the place. TMP pointing one way. I think the Monarchs were offside. Ball is on the Cimarron side of the Lakin side, rather, of the 24-yard line. And now the officials come together to talk things over. Lakin has not been, since that very first offensive drive, has not really found a rhythm. TMP has been able to force a turnover on downs and a punt. And now we're waiting for the officials to decide what they're going to do. They're going to pick up the flag, and we're going to replay fourth down. I'm not sure. A decision. There was all sorts of movement, whether it was TMP was offside or whether they were drawn offside. But either way, the official decides to pick up the flag. Lakin here on a fourth down. They were going to go for it. It's fourth down at about 5.5, because even if they would have got the 5-yard penalty for TMP being offside or in the neutral zone, it wouldn't have been enough for a first down. And we'll see if they decide to punt the football. TMP will send Harris back near midfield. High snap. Davis will get it down and punt this football away, and it will go into TMP sideline. The Monarchs are going to have great field position at their opponent's 44-yard line. So back-to-back punts for the Lakin offense. So TMP's going to have great field position as they'll take over at the Lakin 43-yard line. Lots of time left here in this opening half, too, with 7:46 to play here in this first half. Victoria with a big lead in their matchup with Otis Bison as we check in on some more of the Ellis County teams. 38-0 Victoria with the lead. We've got another Cimarron score here as they scored again. Here's a pass that is caught by Rack. He came back and made the play as Harris's pass was underthrown, but Mark Rack will come away with the reception at the 21-yard line and then takes it down to the 15-yard line as the Monarchs get another first down as they'll move the chains on a pass completion to Mark Rack. It's the second catch of the contest for Mark Rack as TMP is moving the chains again. Monarchs started with great field position at the 43-yard line. They're already down to the 15-yard line following that 28-yard gain. Mark Rack with a second big catch, and TMP will move the chains on another first down. Out of the spread they go. Monarchs with Harris. It's a quarterback draw. He's going to take it right up the middle. He's got plenty of running room and will take it in for the touchdown as Harris will get a 10-yard score on the ground. And the Monarchs add 6 more on the touchdown for Cade Harris as Harris will score his 19th career touchdown, ran right up the middle for his 9th rushing touchdown of the season. And the Monarchs add 6 more. That comes with 7:10 to play here in this first half. And Whitling now on to attempt the extra point. It is Harris again to hold. Another low snap. Harris will look to pass as he'll lob it to the end zone and it's incomplete. And then a late flag came in. Dawson Aller, the senior, is going to be called for roughing the passer as he hit Harris late. Whitling came back and got the tee and threw it to the near sideline. So TMP looks like they're going to go for 2. The penalty on the extra point attempt will send TMP inside the 2-yard line. Leading here 26-8 as they'll send wide receiver to each side, and now Garrett Pfeiffer is late getting onto the field, gets to play from the fullback side So go to the I formation. One wide receiver split to each side. Harris, hard count, straight drop, looking to the left, pressure coming. He's going to be hit and dropped. Good pressure from Beltran from his defensive backfield position to force the sack on the two-point conversion, but TMP still is in control, leading 26-8 with 7:16, or make it 7:10 to play here in this first half, as this time Cade Harris scores on the 10-yard rushing touchdown. Harris is accounted for all 4 scores for TMP. He's got 2 passing touchdowns, a kickoff return for a touchdown, and now scores on the quarterback draw from 10 yards out. And the Monarchs waste no time. Back-to-back 3-play drives that result in touchdowns. Harris has 17 yards on 4 carries, but that 10-yard touchdown. Monarchs have also went to the air a decent amount here in this early going. Mentioned we were going to get you another scoreboard update. Ellis fumbled the kickoff. Cimarron scores with under 6 minutes to go first half. It is 17-0 in favor of the Cimarron Blue Jays. Our scoreboard update presented by Hayes Kalon. 7:10 to play here in this first half. It's all TMP leading 26-7. Monarchs have scored through the air twice, on special teams once, and on the ground once. Davis, Connor Hudson ready to return this Wentling kickoff. High kickoff that Davis is going to field near the goal line, and he stepped on the goal line. It'll be the 3rd touchback for TMP's Jace Wentling here, the early going. And again, Lakin will come out to their own 20-yard line after the touchback with 7:09 to play in this opening half of football. Monarchs in control. It wasn't a pretty start, but Monarchs have taken care of business, leading 26-8 with 7:09 to play in this opening half. TMP Athletics brought to you by Heartland Building Center, Hayes Kalon, Discount Siding, and Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. Cimarron, or rather Lakin, will take over from their own 20-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right side. Man in motion. They'll pitch it right side and looking to pass on the halfback pass with a man open down the field is Lakin. As they'll get a big gain here. It's a foot race. Cade Harris trying to track down the receiver from behind, and he won't do it. It's going to be a touchdown for the Lakin Broncs as they go on a quarterback, or on a halfback pass, as Hudson will haul in the pass on the pitch to the right side, and it's a touchdown for the Lakin Broncs from 80 yards out, as they will get on the board. Hudson will haul in the touchdown reception. Lakin comes right back and answers TMP's touchdown with 6:56 to play here in this first half. Hudson hauls in his second touchdown of the season. They'll line up and go for 2. Halfback pass to the right side out of that double wing formation. Send a man in motion. It's Gugelmeyer. They'll hand it off to Martinez, and he won't get there on the fullback dive. Touchdown, a 1-play drive. As TMP leads now 26-14 following the halfback pass. On the touchdown, Hudson will haul it in. Still a lot of time left in this one. Could be a high-scoring affair with just under 7 minutes to play here in this first half. Lakin now scored on a 4-play drive. A turnover on downs in midfield, back-to-back punts, and then they scored a 1-play drive. Cut TMP's lead to 26-14. Monarchs with Harris and Ian Chu right around the 20-yard line. Monarchs also send everybody except those 2 right around the 40-yard line, in between the 40 and 50-yard line, expecting a line drive onside attempt from Lakin. Once again, they kick from our right to our left here in this second half, or rather here in the second quarter. This is a line drive kick taken by Lang at the 38-yard line. That's Jace who fielded it and just downed it as he caught it right there. And we'll give TMP good field position. So Monarchs will start at their own 38-yard line. On top here, 26-14. Monarchs will start at their own 38 twice now. Start at their own 28. Took over at the Lakin 38 on their last possession. 6:55 to play here in this second quarter. Spread again for Harris out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to each side. Looking to pass again is Harris. He'll dump it over the middle. He's got the fullback side. Bryce will slip a tackle at the 46-yard line. He's got the first down and more with a stiff arm to the 40. Inside Lakin territory. Cuts back and will go out of bounds after a big gain. Spot him all the way down to the Lakin 26-yard line. The fullback, kind of the outlet for TMP. And Side makes the reception. They spot him down at the 26-yard line. TMP, first pass completion to the fullback Side. Gets him down to the 26 on a gain of 38 for Cade Harris. He is a perfect, after that one goes for 38 yards, he's a perfect 5 of 5 passing. And he still has not completed a pass to Jace Wentling. Schwartz has 2 catches, Rack with 2 receptions, and now that 38-yard catch and run for Bryce Symes sets TMP up with a first down and 10. And now Bryce will get the call on a fullback dive, running off of that left side. Officials blow the play dead at the 25-yard line. After a gain of 3 for Symes on just his second carry of the contest. The senior Hadabah came away with that tackle on defense for the Lakin Broncs. Monarchs moving again with 6:08 and counting here in this first half, on top 26-14. 2 wide receivers to each set. Symes is the tailback to the right side. It's a snap back to Harris. He'll roll to his right, looking to pass. Harris now running out of time with a stiff arm. Gets away from a man. He'll throw it late. It's Jace Willing in the end zone who will go up and haul it in for the touchdown. Jace Wentling calls it in. It's a touchdown once again for TMP through the air. And TMP adds 6 more. Zelly 32-14. Harris with a stiff arm in the backfield, rolled to his right and found his favorite target, Wentling, who has now 7 touchdown receptions on the season. He has 5 touchdown catches in the last 3 games, and that one is his 16th touchdown, or his 16th game, and his 16th in the last 17 games he's had a reception. As he puts TMP on top, 32-14, and now he'll look to add the extra points, and it is up and good. So the Monarchs had another touchdown. This time it's Harris to Wentling for the touchdown to make it 33-14 with 5:49 to play here in this opening half. Harris already matching the 3 touchdowns, which was a career high that he threw against Southwestern Heights, with 3 in the first half against Lakin. This one was for 26 yards. As I mentioned, Wentling now with his first catch of the contest. And again, he has at least 1 catch in 16 of his last 17 games. The junior with 5 touchdown receptions in 3 weeks. Cade Harris adds his 3rd touchdown pass of the first half. Also has ran for a touchdown and has a kickoff return for a touchdown. TMP leading 33-14 with 5:49 to play here in this first half. As Wentling ready to kick it away. It's a low line drive kick that'll bounce, be taken by Connor Hudson right around the 10-yard line. He'll look to bring it here to the near sideline. Got a block, and then will get brought down at about the 23-yard line. Good coverage downfield by Mark Rack, who will make the special teams play on the near sideline. As Lakin will come out at about their 23, call it the 24-yard line. 5:42 to play here in this first half. Cimarron adds another touchdown in the first half. They lead Ellis 25-0. 5:42 to play in our first half. TMP on top 33-14. Motion man is Gugelmeyer, the freshman tailback. They'll hand it off for Martinez. Martinez off of that right side. It's across the 25 and then gets stacked up by Cade Harris and company. Picks up about 4. Just shy of the 28-yard line. Martinez with 94 yards rushing on 11 carries. Thanks in large part to gains of 11, 30, and 11. Also has a 10-yard rush in there as well. Second down. Call it 6. We're closing on 5 minutes to play here in this first half. Monarchs cruising, leading 33-14. They'll give it again right up the middle. And right to the 30-yard line, and that's about it. Jace Lang in on the tackle. Ellen Martinez brought down by Hale as well. Picks up 2. Maybe only about a yard and a half. It's a 3rd and 4. Another third down play coming up for the Lakin Broncs. Lakin converting on right around 41% of their third down efforts on the season. So close in on 4:15 to go here in this first half. TMP in control. Lakin is going to get a flag here on the near sideline. Nope, it'll be on TMP. Monarchs called for being offside. So the official here on the near sideline. That is enough for a first down. Monarchs now with 4 penalties for 25 yards in the ball game. The Broncs will move to their own 35-yard line. Following that TMP penalty. Lakin sends a wide receiver to each side of that double wing formation. Gugelmeyer was a man in motion. Here's a reverse handoff to Lovelady, who's going to be stacked up shy of the 40. We call him down to the 38-yard line. So once again, Matt Hessen on the tackle to the 38-yard line. Lovelady with his third carry for about 4 yards. TMP with 3.5 to play here in this first half, leading 33-14. Cade Harris with 2 touchdown passes to Andrew Schwartz, 1 to Wentling. He's also got a touchdown rush and a kickoff return for a touchdown. TMP showing blitz. Here's a handoff to Alan Martinez, who gets away at the line of scrimmage. He'll get the first down across the 45 near the 46-yard line. Lang will make the tackle. That's Jace from behind. Got help from Jace Wentling on the play as well, but not before he picks up a first down. So move it to the 45-yard line. And Martinez with that carry will go over 100 yards. He's found some running room against this TMP defense, but he's about the only one. TMP's done a pretty good job against everybody else. But you knew that with Martinez carrying it 22 times a week ago, he was going to get an opportunity to carry it a bunch today, and he already has, in this first half, 13 carries for the Broncs. The 2 wide receivers to the left side of the formation, and they slip it to Martinez again. The fullback will get into TMP territory, then lost the football. It is picked up by TMP. It's Andrew Schwartz, and he's going to scoop and score to the 20, to the 10, to the 5 touchdown. For the 4th time this year, TMP scores a defensive touchdown. They have scored in every facet of the ball game. On special teams, they've scored on defense now, scored on the ground and through the air, as the Monarchs add the touchdown for Schwartz. That's his 2nd defensive touchdown of the season. And with 2:25 to play here in this first half, Monarchs add 6 more. And I don't think they have the tee for the extra point. Welling is 2 for 2 on extra points, but they've also had 2 low snaps and been unable to convert. Here's a good snap from Hale, back to Harris, and off the foot of Whitling, it's good as TMP will add 7 more. On the scoop and score, the Monarchs lead 40-14 with 2:27 to play here in this first half as Andrew Schwartz gets the scoop and score. It's a second defensive touchdown. We talked about turnovers. You knew that would be huge. Martinez had the first down and kept running for extra effort and lost that football, and it went the way of the Monarchs. So they lead 40-14 with 2:25 to play here in this first half. Ace Kalon scoreboard update. Trigo and Stockton at last check in that second quarter tied at 0. Both teams looking for their first district win of the season. Stockton trying to get their first win of the season. Davis, along with Hudson, ready to return this kick, and it's going to be into the end zone again for another touchback. Whitling with that touchback is the 4th touchback of this first half for Jace Whitling. And Whitling now has 15 touchbacks on the season with 2:25 to play here in this first half. Lakin back with the football from their own 20. They'll set him hand in a motion. It's Lovelady. They will hand it off. And again, it is the fullback Martinez. He kind of bobbled that handoff and then got 2 hands on it. So get to the 25-yard line where he's stacked up by Kitten Ginther for TMP. Gain of 6 for Martinez. And a second down here in short 4. We play under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Pass from the lefty quarterback, left side. Davis is going to complete it, but then blown up immediately by Andrew Schwartz as he completed it to Lovelady, who's a little bit slow to get up here to the near sideline. As soon as he caught it on the wide receiver screen to that left side, Andrew Schwartz met him immediately, and now he's banged up on the play. Lovelady got hit immediately as he caught that football and loses 2 yards. As Lovelady gets to his feet and will come to the near sideline. They just tried to throw a little wide receiver screen to that left side. Lovelady with his 4th catch of the season. 1:46 to play in this first half. TMP leading 40-14. They've scored 3 times through the air, once on special teams, once on defense, and once on the ground. 3rd down. They've got to get it to their own 30-yard line, so it's basically 3rd down and 5. Davis, 3 backs around him. They'll send Gugelmeyer in motion. It's the option handed off, and it's the fullback who will go nowhere. Good job up front that time. Splitting the defense was Lang, who just had a beeline for that fullback Martinez, who loses a couple of yards, maybe a yard on the play, and now it's 4th down and long. Lance Lang just shot between 2 blockers and was able to tackle the fullback Martinez for a loss on the play, and now it's 4th down. Ball at the Lakin 24-yard line. Lakin scored on a 4-play drive after TMP fumbled. There's a turnover on downs, 2 punts, a 1-play drive. That was a touchdown, and then fumble that resulted in a TMP touchdown. And now Lakin's going to call the timeout. 35 seconds to play first half. It's been all Monarchs, leading 40-14. Our game brought to you in part by Field Abstract and Title Company, High Plains Roofing, State Glass Company, Thomas More Prep Marion, and Daryl Jeff and Linda Seibel at Edward Jones in Hayes. For TMP coming into this Week 8 regular season finale, it was pretty simple. Take care of business, do what you need to do, win a ball game here. You're district champions. You get a home game next week. We thought last week, after we were told that Syracuse had actually beat Lakin, that TMP had clinched a home game last week, but we had been given the wrong score when we got that figured out. We corrected it, and TMP then had to win this ball game tonight, and they are in control here with 35 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a looping snap back to the punter. TMP brought some pressure. Davis was able to get it off. Kate Harris will tell everybody to get away with it. It takes a TMP, or get away from it rather. It takes a TMP bounce as Connor Aller will down it at the 39-yard line. First half possessions for Lakin. 4-play touchdown drive, turnover on downs, back-to-back punts, 1-play touchdown drive, a fumble that resulted in a TMP touchdown, and then a punt. Monarchs, meanwhile, will take over at the Lakin 38-yard line with 25 seconds to go here in this first half, leading 40-14. Monarchs out of the spread. Harris looking to pass. It's the pump and go. He'll lob it over the middle. He's got Lang wide open, and he missed him. He had Lance Lang wide open running up the seams, but it's incomplete, and that's the first time that Cade Harris has been off the mark here in this first half. He was 5 of 5 before that, and Lance Lang was wide open, but it's incomplete, and the clock will stop. Ball still at the Lakin 35-yard line. Two wide receivers again here on a 2nd down and 10 play. Harris, it's a quarterback draw. Made a man, misses in the backfield, and now got a good block with a flag coming in as this will be coming back. Harris gets a good gain, but this will be coming back as I think Bryce Symes going to be called for the illegal block right around the 35-yard line. As it stands now, it's a gain to the Lakin 14-yard line, but it's a block in the back. They called that from the 35-yard line. They call a hold on TMP from the 35-yard line. So it moves them back to the 44. It's one issue that the Monarchs have had. 5 penalties already here in this one. Clock running with 5. Final play of this first half. TMP out of the shotgun. Snap back to Cade Harris. Deep drop. Harris is going to wind up and throw it deep. He's got Willing down the field, and he can't quite connect with his junior wide receiver, and that's how the first half comes to an end. TMP has scored in every facet of the contest. Defense, special teams on the ground, through the air, and the Monarchs are in control at halftime, leading 40-14. We'll take the break. When we come back, we'll break down the first half as the Monarchs are in control of this one, leading 40-14 on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes Kalon, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Shelter Insurance, Dustin Shoemaker. Compare your coverage today at CompareMyCoverage.com. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wertenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. Adams, Brown, Barrett & Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for.
At halftime, it's been all TMP as the Monarchs lead 40-14 over the Lakin Bronx as we welcome you in on our halftime show. Jonathan Swigger back with you. Halftime is, as always, brought to you by Eagle Radio Digital Marketing. Game started with the Lakin Bronx taking advantage of a turnover for TMP. On the third play offensively for the Monarchs, they would fumble the center quarterback exchange, and the Lakin Bronx would waste no time taking advantage of that, drive right down the field and score on the touchdown run for Alan Martinez from 5 yards out. He had a big first half, over 100 yards rushing. He capped off that big early play, or that big early drive, in which it was a three-play drive that resulted in the touchdown. They got the two-point conversion at that point, led 8-0, and that was early in the game at 9:37 to play. But then on the ensuing kickoff, Kate Harris would return it for a 75-yard touchdown. And the extra point would make it 8-7 in favor of the Lakin Bronx. TMP would get it back following a Lakin turnover on downs, and the Monarchs would get a touchdown this time as Kate Harris would find Andrew Schwartz from 18 yards out. It was one of two first-half touchdown receptions for Schwartz, as TMP, after that second one, led 20-7 early into that second quarter. Monarchs would get a 10-yard touchdown run midway through the second quarter from Kate Harris to lead 26-7, and then a a halfback pass to Connor Hudson for Lakin made it 26-14, but the Monarchs would get another touchdown pass from Harris. This time he found Jace Wentling from 26 yards out, and then Andrew Schwartz would recover a fumble by Alan Martinez and take it to the house, giving TMP a 40-14 lead here at the break. So the Monarchs score on the ground from 10 yards out for Harris. They get touchdown passes from Harris to Schwartz, two of them, one to Wentling. One was 71 yards, the other 18, and then the one to Wentling was 26 yards out. Harris has the 75-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and then Schwartz with a fumble recovery for a touchdown as well that he took at midfield. That's how we get to the halftime score for TMP at 40-14 as the Monarchs in control here in this one in week number 8, trying to clinch a district title. They haven't done that since the 2002 season, in which the Monarchs last clinched a district championship, and of course trying to match their last 7-game win streak, which came back in 1988. So Monarchs in control here in this one, leading 40-14. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we've got a chance to chat with the TMP volleyball coach, Natasha Dreyer, as our team gets ready for a big region or big sub-state weekend. They try and qualify for the state tournament as they go to the Russell sub-state. So we got a chance to chat with her earlier this week, so we'll hear that interview coming up here at the break. Again, it's 40-14. TMP leads Lakin on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Adams, Brown, Barrett & Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for. Eagle Communications. Our community connected. Shelter Insurance, Dustin Shoemaker. Compare your coverage today at CompareMyCoverage.com. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
Welcome back into halftime from Lakin. It's time for our halftime spotlight as we get a chance to check in with the TMP-Marian girls volleyball program. We're joined now by Coach Natasha Dreher. How are you today, Coach?
I'm doing well, thank you.
We appreciate Coach chatting with us here at halftime. Obviously, you've got a big weekend coming up, and we'll talk about Sub-State here in just a little bit. But I want to talk about how the season has went for your group. Come off of that runner-up finish in the Mid-Continent League tournaments. How do you think just overall the season has went as we head into Sub-State?
I'm really happy with how we've done thus far. We're currently 27-7 and hope to pick up, 3 more wins this weekend and keep playing. But they're learning. They're excited to learn, and they're a really fun group to be around. So, with everything that's going on with 2020, I'm happy to say it feels like normal volleyball, so that's exciting.
Well, and I think that's probably, the thing that everybody talks about, trying to get back to as normal as we can. For your group, what have you done to try and make sure that can happen and kind of keep the season rolling along, and how has it affected your group?
Well, we always make sure that we're discussing doing our part, making sure that we're, wearing our masks. As far as, we wear our masks on the bench and trying to stay around each other when possible, because we know we're taking our precautions, on weekends and in the classroom sitting next to each other. And, it has changed things as far as, recommending that people wear masks. It's a reminder that you don't think that you're necessarily going to have to do as a coach, but we're not a victim of it. We just do our part, and it's been okay. The girls have been really receptive.
And I wondered maybe too if that's an opportunity for the girls to come together a little bit too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just one more thing where they're fighting for each other and saying, hey, we're excited to keep this going. So, just another common goal, I suppose.
Now, talk a little bit about on the physical court for your group. You mentioned 27-7, and in the tough Mid-Continent League, and then some of the tournaments you all play too. That probably stands out as a really solid building block heading into this weekend.
Absolutely. We went east a little bit more this year than we have in the past, and I really enjoyed that. Going to Wamego, going to Manhattan, volleyball, that direction seems to be a little bit different, and I think that our girls all saw that, and it definitely helped us grow. We also have a really competitive league, and I like that. But those are things that we can reflect back on, and, we've really been talking this season about, yes, we're 27-7, but, we're saying it's 27 wins and 7 situations where we've learned. And so as long as we continue to learn and look back at those losses and say, hey, those were a moment to learn and build. And, it's been a good season of seeing a lot of different things.
And talk a little bit about some of the areas where you've seen improvement in your group and maybe some areas where you still got to improve.
Well, our hitters are really developing as far as mixing up their shots and finding different things. I feel like, as far as our defense goes, I always want to improve on blocking. I always want to improve on that. So, we've been hitting that pretty hard. In the backcourt, Emily Augustine's doing great with communicating with her hitters and really encouraging everyone, to do their part as far as coverage and all of that goes. But I've just seen a lot of growth over all of them, and it's really fun to watch. So this week, a lot of focus on block, winning the serve and serve receive game. So we're prepared come Saturday.
Well, and two, for your group, I mean, this is an experienced group. This is a group of girls that have been playing together and playing well for together as a unit, but playing well too.
Yes. We graduated one senior last year, and, we brought a couple new girls to the varsity team, but they're very welcoming. They play together through the fall, and a lot of them play together through the winter, and they have good friendships and good connection on and off the court. So I feel like that does make a difference.
This is Substate in Russell, obviously in Class 3A. It's not going to be easy, and you have taking a look at your Substate. I mean, Phillipsburg is there, and so this is going to be a tough Substate.
Yeah. And, my thought process is you got to go through all of them anyway. So, we just got to take it one game at a time and be prepared for what we're given and just take care of every ball, every point. And, the outcome will be what it is. We work hard and we should see a win on the scoreboard.
And what do you got to see from your group this weekend? What do you think is the most important thing?
Playing relaxed. And lots of smiles on their faces and understanding it's a game, and we need to make sure that we treat it as such and be excited about being in the situation we're in, and we're still able to play volleyball. And when they play relaxed and they play, just to get every ball up and have a good time doing it, enjoying the game that we're lucky enough to play, they have success. And
finally, we'll get you out of here on this. Earlier this year, you got an opportunity to face Hayes High as part of the tournament to start the year, and you got the championship against your sister, Shannon, who's the coach at Hayes High. How cool was that?
Oh, it was so much fun. You want success, but sometimes it hurts a little bit when it's your sister because you want her to have success as well. But, I love watching her do what she does, and, she's really passionate about it. She's great at it. So just being able to look across the court and watch her have, success and have fun doing that, it was a wonderful experience. And us walking away with a win was fun as well, and just the kids really celebrating some really awesome volleyball in Hayes, Kansas.
Well, and I was going to say, with all the success that she's had, and obviously what you've done at TMP, and then, you go back to your illustrious playing days too at Hayes High. Is it the first family of volleyball yet, or for Hayes, or how do we label it?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to think on that. I'm sure you're going to be really creative. You'll think of something jazzy for us.
Very good. Well, we'll let you go. We appreciate the time. Good luck this weekend, and we can't wait to follow the girls.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for having me, and I really appreciate your time.
Very good. That's Coach Natasha Dreyer of the TMP Lady Monarchs volleyball program. We appreciate her chatting with us here at halftime. We're back with more from Lakin after this on the Monarch Sports Network.
Adams, Brown, Barron & Ball, your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car, bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for. Eagle Communications, our community connected. Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications. When you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Lawn, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
Here on our halftime show, brought to you by Eagle Radio and the digital Eagle Radio digital marketing. Right now, the Monarchs in control, trying to clinch a district title, something they haven't done since 2002. Be a home game in the first round of the playoffs next week. In Class 2A, week number 9 is the playoffs. And other classifications, not so much, but it is. And in Class 2A, so Monarchs are ready for that week 9 game, which looks like it will be at home. We'll get a look at some scores from around the area coming up here in just a little bit. But first, I want to update you on some of the first half numbers of the contest. Kate Harris had 17 yards on 4 carries and that 10-yard touchdown run. Lance Lane carried it 4 times for 6 yards. Bryce Seib had a couple of carries for 4 yards. So the ground numbers don't look so great for TMP in that first half, as they ended up with 37 yards rushing in that first half, but they make up for it with 192 yards through the air there in that first half for sophomore quarterback Cade Harris. Monarchs with 228 total yards of offense. Harris completed his first 5 passes and missed on his last 2. So at one point he was 5 of 5 for 192 yards through the air. Has touchdown passes of 71 yards to Andrew Schwartz and 18 yards to Andrew Schwartz. Has a 26-yard touchdown to Jace Whitling. Mark Rack has 2 huge catches, one of 37, one of 28 in the first half. And then Bryce Seib has a 38-yard catch and run in that first half as well. So Monarchs put up 192 yards through the air. Monarchs all year long, their previous high passing for an entire contest was against Russell, 188 yards through the air. They have already surpassed that here in this first half with 192 passing yards. So the Monarchs with a good half offensively. As I mentioned, they did fumble the football, but got those points right back after Lakin would drive down the field and score on that 5-yard touchdown run for Alan Martinez. Monarchs would have an answer on the Cade Harris kickoff return for a touchdown. First time this season that Harris has a return for a touchdown. And then the Monarchs would pile on with Harris finding Schwartz a couple of different times. He also had a touchdown run in there as well. Monarchs went from down 8-7 to leading 26-7 midway through that second quarter. They would give up the halfback pass to Hudson for a touchdown that made it 26-14. The Monarchs then would add 2 more scores, one on offense from Harris to Wentling for 26 yards, and then the other one, Schwartz on that scoop and score. Officially a 53-yard scoop and score for Andrew Schwartz, a 4th time for TMP that they have scored on defense this season as the Monarchs lead here at the break 40-14. This will be our final break of the halftime show. When we come back, we'll take a look at some scores from around the area and get you set for the second half as TMP is in control here in week number 8, leading 40-14. On the Monarch Sports Network, it's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes Kalon, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Shelter Insurance, Dustin Shoemaker. Compare your coverage today at CompareMyCoverage.com. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
This one has been all TMP in the first half, but we still have a second half to play as the Monarchs look to clinch a first-round home game next week and also are trying to convert and clinch a district title for the first time since the early 2000s. Time for our Hayes Kalon scoreboard update at halftime. Got about a minute or so before halftime scheduled to start, or rather the third quarter scheduled to start. Quickly, checking in on that Ellis-Cimarron game. Unfortunately for Ellis-Cimarron, leading now 28-0. That was at the break, so it looks like Ellis is going to be the 4 seed. They'll have a date with Hoisington next week in week number 9 of the first round of the playoffs. Right now at halftime, Phillipsburg leads the Norton Blue Jays. And I know Monarch faithful saying go Panthers because a win there would mean that there'd be a 3-way tie atop the Mid-Continent League for Phillipsburg. So we're definitely hoping that Phillipsburg can hang on there. Again, at halftime, 14-13 there in favor of the Panthers. Elsewhere tonight, Minneapolis is at Ellsworth 28-6. We only update you that because there was a chance that TMP may have to play either of those teams in the first week of the playoffs next week. But looks like TMP, if everything stays right where it is now, we'll get Beloit next Friday. Speaking of Beloit, they trail Hoisington. We just got the scoreboard update from Cole Wright there in Hoisington, 20-6 now in favor of the Cards as they lead Beloit there at the break. Plainville all over Sacred Heart tonight as they are now on top 28-0. We'll get you the rest of the scoreboard update in just a moment. Check in on Smith Center, Oakley, Hayes High, Trigo, and Victoria in just a moment. Second half begins with a Jace Wentling kickoff from our right to our left. This is a kick that will angle to the 5 and then stop shy of the 5. It'll be at the 6-yard line, picked up by Hunter Davis on that far sideline, looking for somewhere to go, and he's got nowhere to go. Ian Chu will stack him up and make the special teams tackle to start this third quarter. Cimarron will have it, or whether Lakin will have it. See where they spot him, the 16-yard line. Good coverage downfield for TMP. So Ian Chu makes a special teams tackle. Quickly on our scoreboard update for you, Smith Center led Inman at halftime 8-0. Oakley over Sublette 48-6. So Rollins County led Hoxie 8-6. Other 8-man game had Stockton leading Trigo 16-0. And then Capon led Hayes toward the, that was actually in the third quarter, 14-0. And the first play of the second half will be a huge run here for Martinez as they go to the fullback, and Lance Lang saving a touchdown as Martinez will get him out to the 28-yard line. And a great start as that'll be a first down for Lakin. Martinez brought him all the way out to the 28-yard line and a first down as they continue to move the chains and run well with Martinez. He's over 120 yards rushing here in this ball game so far, and we have 11:25 and counting in this third quarter. As Lakin moves the chains to the 28 and a first down. Here's the handoff. Martinez this time right side, nowhere to go. Job up front by the TMP defensive line to stop him for no gain as Higgins made the tackle. Then maybe about a half yard on the play, and that's it. It's the freshman defensive lineman Higgins makes the tackle on Martinez, who has 18 carries in this contest so far. And a second down and long 9. Lakin going from our left to our right, or the east to the west here in this third quarter. Davis underneath center. Send a man in motion, and again, it's that fullback dive with Martinez angling to the end zone, gets chopped down and out of bounds right near the 25-yard line. Whitling makes the tackle here on the sideline as he picks up almost 7 yards, almost 7 yards on the play, and over 130 yards rushing for Alan Martinez. He's been the bright spot for this Lakin Bronc team. After 200-plus yards on the ground a week ago, already 130-plus yards on the ground here. It's a big 3rd down and 4. Lovelady will go in motion. They'll run the fullback dive, and TMP's all over it this time. Good job by TMP up front as the Monarchs are able to stop Martinez right at the 35, maybe give him forward progress across the 35 to the 36. As Walker made the tackle in the middle, Bryce Side was in there as well. So the freshman, Walker, making a big play from his nose guard position for no gain that time. It's already the 20th carry of the contest for Alan Martinez. And now it's 4th down and a long 4. Lakin has to get it to the 38-yard line, and they'll send a man in motion. It's that fullback draw, and they've got enough for a 1st down. It's a fullback dive. Harris will make the tackle to the 45-yard line, but it's enough for a 1st down. Cade Harris made the tackle, but on the 21st carry of the contest for Martinez, they'll move the chains. They keep running that fullback dive off to the right side, and they get it to the 45-yard line. TMP leading 40-14. Lakin driving here in this 3rd quarter as they started the 2nd half of the football. Wide receiver to the left. Lovelady will go in motion. They'll pitch it to him off the left side as he's looking for some running room. Gets popped hard by Lance and Jace Lang after a gain across the 45 to the 46-yard line. So just 1 on the gain for Lovelady. Similar to TMP, neither team has found a lot of success running side to side. They have ran it well with Martinez, just slipping the fullback right off of that guard and the interior offensive lineman for Lakin have done a good job on that dive. TMP hasn't stopped Martinez. They did a good job that time, making it 2nd down and 9 as Lovelady just gets a yard on the play. Set a man in motion again. It's the fullback dive, this time right behind the center and to the 50-yard line on a gain of 4 for Martinez. TMP's Michael Hale makes the tackle. And now it's 3rd down and 5. Lakin with 8 minutes to go. A time-consuming drive here to start out this 2nd half. They need the TMP 45-yard line. They send one wide receiver off to this right side of the formation. Davis will send a man in motion. It's a quarterback keeper this time to the right side, and Hunter Davis is close to a 1st down as he gets stacked up by a group of TMP Monarchs. Lang and company. Right side had him around the waist. Lang on the top, right around the shoulder pads. And it's a gain of 4, and so it's 4th down and 1. Matches the best run of the ball game for the quarterback, Hunter Davis. And here's a 4th down and 1 play. 7:05 to go here in this 3rd quarter. TMP leading 40-14. Race out to that lead early in this one. But now Lakin is driving on a 4th down and 1. Hunter Davis, the quarterback, will keep it off to the right side, and he's got enough for the 1st down. He just takes a snap and comes down the line of scrimmage. Lance Lang will make the tackle. He picks up 2 and will move the chains on a 1st down as they move it to TMP's 44-yard line. This is by far for either team the longest drive of the game. They're or his most plays, I should say, ran in a drive so far. Under 6.5 to go, third quarter. Lakin into TMP territory at the 44-yard line. Motion man is Gugelmeyer. They'll hand it up the middle with the fullback Alan Martinez. Gets to the 40-yard line. It's thrown down for the Monarchs. Walker and Lang hit on the tackle. So he gets to the 40. So it's a gain of 4. He's closing in on 150 yards rushing now in the contest. Under 6 minutes to play in this third quarter. This Lakin drive taking all sorts of time off the clock. 5:40 and counting here in the third quarter. Lakin has driven to the Monarch 40-yard line. Lovelady will go in motion across the formation. The quarterback Davis will keep it left side. He got hit in the backfield and just does get away, but he still loses about a half yard. Kendall Walker was in the backfield immediately on the snap. And Davis loses a yard on the play. Walker, the freshman's been in the backfield a couple of different times. And now another third down coming up for the Lakin Bronx. It's third down and 7. So close it on 5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Ball at the TMP 41-yard line. And they need 7 for the first down. Beams the wide receiver here to the near side. Split a wide receiver short to that left side here on third down and 7. Davis rolling with pressure coming from behind as Hale trying to track him down. Davis will get to the sideline and get shoved out of bounds on that sideline. Matt Hess will come away with the tackle. That'll be a loss on the play. So Matt Hess will get credit for the sack. Fourth down and a long, or short 9 coming up as Matt Hess will get credit for the sack. He ran the quarterback Davis out of bounds on that far sideline. And now it's fourth down and 9. Davis lost a yard on that carry. And Coach Bamberger's going to take a timeout here to the near sideline. Lakin's facing a fourth down and long. Comes with 4:37 to play here in this third quarter. They've had the football the entire time in this quarter, something we haven't seen either team do in the first half. This will be the 9th play of the drive after the timeout. Neither team has held the football for this many plays in a drive through this entire first half. It's the first offensive possession for either team of the second half. Lakin took over at their own 18-yard line, have driven it to the TMP 43. Monarchs brought to you on the Monarch Sports Network by Paul Wartenberger Construction, Master Cleaners, Roofmasters Roofing and Sheet Metal, Insurance Planning, Ellis County Abstract and Title, and Jeter Law Firm. This game started with Lakin taking an 8-0 lead. They scored on a 3-play drive. It was Martinez who capped it off with a 5-yard touchdown drive, or touchdown on the ground. He added the 2-point conversion to put Lakin up 8-7. They were 8-0. They would lead 8-7 after a kickoff return on the ensuing kickoff by Cade Harris, but after leading 8-7, that would be it as TMP would outscore Lakin 32-7, and now here's a pass play that's going to be incomplete on fourth down. All sorts of pressure. Kenton Ginther, Jace Lang. Looked like Lakin was trying to set up a screen, and the pass is incomplete. Davis was unable to find his intended target. And a turnover on downs will give it back to TMP. So the Monarchs hold defensively, force another turnover on downs for the Lakin Bronx. It's the second time they've turned it over on downs. And the Monarchs are going to have good field position as they'll take over at their own 43-yard line. with 4:33 to play here in this third quarter. First time in the second half the offense has been on the field, leading 40-14 as they'll go to the I formation. Jace Lang will go in a motion. They'll hand it out to the left side for Lance Lang, who runs through a tackle to 45. Will be brought down on the play by Connor Aller. Senior defensive lineman. Dawson Aller makes the tackle after Lang had picked up 4 yards on just his 5th carry of the contest. Monarchs rushed for just 37 yards in that first half, but had 192 through the air. Motion man is Jace Lang to the right side of the formation. Again, it is Lance Lang who will get the carry and picks up a couple, trying to run off of that right side. Martinez makes the tackle. And now it's 3rd down and 5. 192 passing yards for Harris. If that stands, that'll be a new career high for him. Mentioned the 188 passing yards against Russell on week 2 of the season was the previous season high. Jace Lang will go in motion, and the snap to the quarterback Harris. He's going to take it here to the near side, makes a man miss at the 50, and it's got the first down to the Lakin 43-yard line. As TMP will move the chains. Tyler Tarpley coming up from his defensive secondary position, makes the tackle, but not before Harris picks up now for the first down. So get it to the Lakin 43-yard line. Another double-digit run. Lang will go in motion. Lance will get the carry right side, slips a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and then will be stacked up. Trying to run off of that right side. And brought down on the play by Hadabaugh. As Lang picks up 3 on the play. Gets it to the 41-yard line of the Lakin Bronx. TMP now driving with 2:05 to go here in this third quarter. Jace Lang will go in motion. Jace will get the carry here off of this left side and gets stacked up. A couple of different defensive players that time on the tackle. As Esquivel, Keanu, the junior, made the tackle. Alan Martinez on the tackle as well. No gain on the first carry of the game for Jace Lang. The ball stays at the 41-yard line. 3rd down and 8 for TMP, leading 40-14. With 1:30 to go here in this third quarter. Jace Lang will go in motion to the left side. It's a little underneath shovel pass as he will make a man miss at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to take it to the house in the TMP touchdown as he just does outrun a man to the end zone. And so it's a little pitch pass because it is a forward pass. It'll be another TMP touchdown through the air. And TMP will score as Jace Lang will score from 41 yards out. And TMP adds another touchdown to lead 46-14. It's a little pitch forward, so it goes down as a pass. This one comes with 1:16 to play here in this third quarter. So Monarchs are able to score again. And now Willing on to attempt the extra point. And I think he pulled it. Yep, pulled it to the left. And so the first extra point missed of the contest, but still TMP leads 46-14 after the Jace Lang touchdown for 41 yards out, and it is a touchdown reception on that pass forward from Harris. Monarchs cruising in this one. This game is outside of really 3 plays in the first quarter. Has not really been in question. TMP started the game on the third offensive play with a fumbled exchange from the quarterback to the center. They then had a penalty being offside on the very first offensive play for Lakin. Lakin would use 3 plays to drive down the field and score. So that's 5 plays. TMP would get the kickoff return for a touchdown on the ensuing kickoff and never looked back after that. So you lead 46-14. Davis and Hudson ready to return the kick from Whitling. This is a high kick that will be taken at about the 7-yard line by Hudson here to the near side, and he'll be stacked up. Good coverage again down to the 20-yard line. Griffin Shoemaker helping to clean that up for TMP. Jace Lang, who just had the touchdown, was down there on the coverage as well. Lakin will take over their own 21-yard line. Goes with 1:09 to play here in this third quarter. Lakin will send a wide receiver here to the near side as they go with a man in motion to the right side of the formation. They give it to Martinez, the fullback, off of that right side, and gets forward progress to the 25-yard line, where he's stacked up. Lance Lang also in on the play for TMP. For his first tackle of the contest, Hunter Flax. It's a gain of 5 for Martinez. So he'll go over 150 yards rushing in the contest. So you move it to the 25-yard line. Motion man again. And again, it's Martinez. Tried to run in the middle. He tried to cut back, and the Monarchs stacked him up and drive him back. Lang again. Lance Lang has had a big game on defense. He's been in the middle of everything. Forward progress gives him 2 to the 27-yard line. But it's third down and about 4 facing Lakin. That's the end of the third quarter. TMP adds another touchdown. This time it is a pass from Harris to Jace Lang from 41 yards out. Monarchs lead 46-14. We'll take the break, come back, and get you the fourth quarter. After this, TMP leading 46-14 on the Monarch Sports Networks, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Shelter Insurance, Dustin Shoemaker. Compare your coverage today at CompareMyCoverage.com. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
Monarchs add another touchdown through the air. They're in that third quarter on their only offensive possession of the quarter. And they're on top 46-14 as we switch directions on the field and ready to go again here on a big third down facing the Lakin Broncs. It's third down and 5. So they work just across their 26-yard line. They'll run the sweep here to the near side for Martinez, and he is close to the first down. He got to the 31-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. And now he's a little bit slow to get out, but looks like he's all right to go. It is enough for a first down, so I'll move the chains again. 160 yards now on 26 carries for the Bronc fullback. Mentioned he had 22 carries a week ago in that win over Syracuse. Best of that today at 26. So first down. Lakin will move it to the 31. Here's the first down play, handoff right side, and again, Martinez across the 35 to the 36-yard line. So picks up 5. Hunter Flax in on that tackle. It's actually 28 and not 26. So that'd be the freshman Shoemaker. Monarchs have Rosine in the contest as well. Lakin facing a second down here and 4. So they get it to their 36-yard line. Here's a pitch off to the right side. Gugelmeyer is going to be hit after he picks up about a yard on that right side. Cade Harris with a tackle. And Monarchs. Oh, and they say he fumbled the football. So TMP comes away with the football as Gugelmeyer had that one come free over there on that right side. Monarchs will force a fumble over there on that right side. Looked like Cade Harris was the one who came up and knocked that ball free from the freshman. It was a little bit slow to get out too as he comes here to the near sideline. The trainer is going to talk to him as he comes here to the near sideline. So TMP will get it back following the short gain and then the fumble. And the Monarchs are going to have great field position. They'll take over at the Lakin 38-yard line, leading 46-14. Here's a handoff. Bryce Seib, the fullback, looking for a little bit of running room. Trying to run right behind Kenton Ginther and company. Had a ball, or rather, Aller in on that tackle. Just grabbed a hold of Seib and wouldn't let him go. As Bryce picks up a yard on the fullback dive to the left side. Seib's a very patient runner. Actually spotted him for a gain of closer to 2.5 yards. They moved the spot, maybe late on marking it. Motion man for TMP is Lance Lang. They'll run the option. It's Cade Harris to the right side. Harris got a block from Jace Lang, got another block from Schwartz, and he will get to the 26-yard line. It's close to a first down. And Beltran made the tackle, and he is going to come to the near sideline as he gets banged up, but it's enough for a Harris first down as the Monarchs will move the chains again with a Cade Harris run of 8. Ball to the Lakin, just in between the 26 and 27-yard line. Wide receiver for TMP split to each side on a first down play. It'll be another fullback dive. This time Harris gives it to Seib, trying to run off the right side. And again, he picks up almost 2. They give him forward progress to the 25-yard line. So Seib carries it for 2. Did get another scoreboard update late in the third quarter. Cimarron leads Ellis 35-0. We've got 8:45 and counting here in this one. TMP leads 46-14. Monarchs driving once again. Harris will go back to the double tight I formation. Blitz coming in, and right in the backfield is the Lakin Bronx. Good job that time up front as Aller was able to meet Lang in the backfield as soon as Lance took it on a second down and 10 play. They'll lose a yard. And now it's third down and 11. Monarchs on pace for one of their worst rushing performances of the season, but they found success elsewhere. Facing a third down and 11 here. I formation for Harris underneath center. He's going to hand it for Lang. Right side kind of bobbled the handoff and then gets chopped down here on the near sideline. And double teamed, and another Lakin Broncos slow to get up on the near sideline. That's Martinez, and gain of 2 to get him back. Actually just gets the yard back that he lost a moment ago. I think Martinez is just exhausted. He's been all over the place defensively. Of course, he comes in as their leading tackler. And after carrying it 22 times a week ago, he's carried it 27 times here this evening. Here's a 4th down and 10 play. Harris backpedaling, looking to throw. He'll lob it over the top, has Wentling, and will go up and haul it in with a flag in on the play. As it stands now, it's a TMP touchdown. Well, we'll see what the flag is. It's a 27-yard strike as it stands now. The official here on the near sideline threw it, and it's pointing both directions. It's an illegal man downfield for TMP. That'll wipe the touchdown off the board for the Monarchs. And we'll redo that 4th down play over again. We'll bring up a 4th down and long 15 for TMP. That penalty, by the way, is the 6th for TMP for 40 yards. It's been one thing they have not done well. And now on 4th down, Monarchs are going to line up to kick this field goal. They'll put it down at the 33-yard line. So out of the hold of Harris, Wentling's kick is going to be short. That was a 50-yard kick, and it was. As Lakin will get the football, and that was shy of the goal line. On 4th down, so the missed field goal will give it back to Lakin. Wentling now 3 of 8 on field goal attempts in his career, but his previous long was 31, 3 different times. That one was shy, did not reach the white line on the goal line. As TMP with a handful of new faces in again on defense. Lakin will take over, run it off to the right side, and a fullback dive with a big gain here as they will bring in some of their new guys as well. Jeremy Orpeza with his first carry of the contest. So Lakin working some new guys into the ball game. Orpeza picks up 9. We're 6:48 and counting in this one. TMP leading 46-14. Monarchs trailed 8-7 with 9:26 to play. After the kickoff return for a touchdown for Cade Harris, it's been all Monarchs following that. Monarchs with Marcus Legree in at that nose tackle now for TMP. We mentioned Shoemaker in that linebacker position, and now we're going to get a flag before the snap. It'll be a false start on Lakin. Lakin had the roughing the passer penalty on an extra point attempt, and now they have a procedure penalty. So a couple of penalties in the game for the Lakin Bronx. Meanwhile, TMP has struggled a little bit with penalties in this contest. 2nd down and 6 as we close in on 6 minutes to play here in the contest. Another handoff. Again for Orpeza. Trying to run off of that right guard position. We'll get to about the 27-yard line. Brings up a 3rd down and 3. Ian Chu in the defensive secondary for TMP. Peyton Schwartz. Rack back out there for TMP. Michael Gross in there as well. Both teams with wholesale substitutions. And Lakin will run it here on a 3rd down. And they get the 1st down and a good run right to the 40-yard line. So they'll rip off the 1st down gain as Orpeza Picks up the first down run. Picks up 13 up to the Lakin 40-yard line. Again, lots of new faces into the contest for both teams. With 5 minutes to play in this one. 46-14 in favor of the TMP-Marian Monarchs. Scored in every facet of the contest. On their way to a district championship. TMP on defense, little fake double handoff. Quarterback's going to keep it, trying to run off to the left side, and not a lot of running room for Tarpley, the quarterback. As he'll pick up about a yard on the play. First gain for, or first carry of the contest rather, for Tarpley. So he's in at that quarterback position. 4 minutes to go in this one. Lakin with the Gugelmeyer in motion. We're going to get a false start. The left side of the line for Lakin moved early. Move him back 5 yards to the 35-yard line. Monarchs with Valling in on that defensive line now. Harrison Lowe. And at the defensive, or at a linebacker position for TMP. Again, both teams getting several of the younger guys into the contest. Gugelmeyer started in motion, and here's a reverse handoff, trying to run off of that left side. And this will be on the carry. Chavez, the sophomore, Christopher Chavez, picks up about 3 on the play. Ian Shue made the tackle. Third down coming up here with 3 minutes to go in the contest. 46-14, TMP with the lead. Miscommunication for the Bronx. They'll try and get set here on a third down play. 2 wide receivers to the right side. They'll send Gugelmeyer in motion. He's going to get the pitch off to the right side and hurdles a defender. So he'll get upended with a flag coming in late. As it stands now, he gets to the 47-yard line. He picks up 5 of the 8 he needed, but it's a holding penalty. It's coming back. Bring up a third down and long play. 2:36 remaining in this one. Final couple of scores to get to you along the way. 38-0 in favor of Cimarron on our Hayes Kalon scoreboard update. TMP is going to win their 7th straight game here in this one this evening. Proved to 7-1 on the year. Most importantly, going to clinch a first-round home game of the playoffs next week and a district title and all sorts of movements. Nope, it's going to be a delayed game for Lakin. So it'll back them up again. Lakin's going to drop to 4-4 on the year. They'll be the 3 seed in the district. Else will be the 4 seed, Cimarron the 2 seed. Gugelmeyer goes in at motion, handed off to the fullback right side. Short gain for Rapeza. So he picks up a yard on that carry. And now it's 4th down. 1:20 and counting here in this one. TMP leading 46-14. We'll see if Shavira decides to punt the football for Lakin as he is backed upon it. TMP brings pressure, and it was nearly blocked. And now Ian Chu from the 40-yard line will haul it in for TMP and return it to the 30-yard line. Flack's got pressure. And they call a roughing or running into the kicker on TMP. The head official again, Hunter Flax, nearly got to that punt. Chu hauled it in at the Lakin 40-yard line, returned it to the 30. The official talking it over. And talking now to the Lakin sideline. And now they've moved it back to the 50-yard line. How do you get the 50-yard line?
I got no idea.
Chu returned it to the 30, or if you go back to the spot. So TMP is going to have the football. Like, TMP is going to come out and take the knee. So it's not going to matter. There's 54 seconds to go. It doesn't matter at this point. I don't think we got something right here, but so 40 seconds to go on this one. TMP is going to clinch the district title. They'll have to kneel on it probably one more time. Kate Harris and company in the victory formation. 46-14 TMP on the kneel down. For Harris will wind the clock, and this will do it as we'll have 24 seconds to work off of this clock. TMP trailed 8-7 with 9:26 to play in that first half. And then after that, it was all TMP. They would score in every facet of the contest tonight, every possible way you could score outside of a actual field goal worth 3 points. TMP scored and a safety. That's the only two things that TMP did not score offensively on, as the final couple of seconds are going to work their way off of this clock. The TMP-Marian Monarchs, for the first time since 2002, are district champions and are guaranteed a first-round home game in week number 9 of the season next week. It, in all likelihood, will be Beloit. We'll try and make sure we get those final scores for you as the two teams will meet at the 45-yard line and make their way down the field. TMP continues a historic season, winning their 7th straight as they come away with the victory here. The final in this one, 46-14. Monarchs score through the air, on the ground, on defense, on special teams, and win tonight 46-14. For the first time since 2002, the TMP-Marian Monarchs are celebrating as district champions. Monarchs also will match the 7-game winning streak of the 1988 team that finished 7-2. And will surpass their best start since 1989, in which they went 6-1 on the season. So the Monarchs earned a district title with the victory here in this one tonight as they cruise over the Lakin Bronx, winning 46-14. We still got some business to take care of. We're going to update the game with the Phillipsburg Panthers and the Norton Blue Jays. Hoping we can get that one to you real quickly here to see if TMP will finish in a tie, in a 3-way tie of the with the Redmond and the Norton Blue Jays atop that atop the Mid-Continent League. We're hoping to get that score before we wrap things up here. Again, our final is 46-14. 14. But with 2 minutes, a little over 2.5 minutes to go, Norton is retaking the lead over Phillipsburg, 33-28. So the Phillipsburg Panthers need to find a way to rally in that one to lead to a three-way tie atop the Mid-Continent League. But the best part of this is anyway, TMP is going to clinch the district title. First time since they've done that since 2002. Everything else will take care of itself. But again, the Monarchs will get a first-round home game next week in the 2A playoffs as they win here by the final of 46-14. We've got a lot of wrapping up to do, so we'll take the break. We'll wrap things up here. Again, the Monarchs are district champions for the first time since 2002. They win 46-14 over the Lakin Bronx on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.